Hi, this is Michael coming to you from Lexington, South Carolina on September the 15th. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon here, and I'm just standing outside. I'm going to give you a weather update about what we're seeing from Tropical Storm Florence right now. Tropical Storm Florence is still holding on to tropical storm status with max sustained winds around 45 miles per hour. So it's barely still a tropical storm, and it's moving very slowly to the west. The center is the center of the storm is about 40 miles south of Florence, South Carolina, and the center is still moving to the west now, but it will eventually make a turn northwest later on. Now I'm out here right now, and I'm just seeing some light rain here in Lexington. Not a whole lot right now. The winds are pretty light right now, actually. Only about 15 miles per hour right now. But at times you do see heavier wind gusts come in with some of these bands. So some of the bands have heavier rain and heavier wind gusts. Because we have seen wind gusts as much as 40 or even higher than that, a little higher than that as far as the wind gusts go. We have seen that. And I just got a report that there is a tree down on Jessamine Road and a tree down on, there's also a tree down on Windmill Road. So that's not far away from here. So there are some gusts strong enough to take down trees. So of course that's an issue. So I know we're seeing gusts 40 plus miles per hour at least in some of these bands. But right now I don't have any gusts out here right now where I'm at. The winds are calm for a moment right now. But like I said, you could see higher wind gusts than in any of these bands at any time. Okay, so tonight the center is going to be moving through the Columbia, South Carolina area or nearby. Tonight and overnight, the center will be coming by right through here, and we could definitely have some areas of higher wind gusts and heavier rain and max. But most of the heaviest rain will stay to our north and east. Okay, but you could still see some heavy rain and gusty conditions in these bands, especially as the center comes through. And the sustained wind will be as high as about 40 miles per hour, and then some of the gusts could be as high as 50 to 60 miles per hour. And of course, as we've already seen in some of these bands, that's enough to take down some trees. Okay, so we're going to continue to be looking at that throughout the rest of the day, and then overnight, and tomorrow as well. The winds should start to die down tomorrow. Oh, there comes the winds now. It's starting to pick up a little bit here. A little bit of windy conditions there. So the winds will die down more tomorrow, but there will still probably be some rain tomorrow. Okay, but we could see as much as 3 to 5 inches of rain in Lexington. Okay, but of course most of the rain will stay to our north and northeast. But again, a tropical storm warning still in effect for Lexington County. Okay, for the possibility of those higher wind gusts. Okay. So right now it's just a light rain right now. The winds have been off and on higher though. Like I said, it just kind of comes in bands where you see those areas of higher wind gusts. But we'll continue to see that, especially as the center comes closer. Winds as high as 40 miles per hour with higher gusts possible. Okay. So I don't know if I'll be able to record the wind tonight. It might not show up on the phone when it's dark, but I'll try to though. It's kind of So the center of circulation might actually pass over Columbia or very close. and that is something that is kind of rare. The last time that happened, the last time the center of a tropical cyclone went over Colombia or within 10 miles was, oh, there comes the wind there, picking up here. So it is a little gusty here. But yeah, the last time the center of a tropical cyclone passed within 10 miles of the city of Columbia was Tropical Depression Alberto in 2006, right? And the last time a storm did that when it was still a tropical storm status was Tropical Storm Chris in 1988. That'd be interesting to see if the center will come right over us or, you know, or that close. That'll be interesting to see that happen again. Okay, so I think that's pretty interesting there. Just some interesting historical information. I love that kind of historical weather information. I love looking up stuff like that all the time. Yeah, but just be mindful. I mean, we're you know, obviously we're not in the area that got the most impact. Okay, because you know you had much more impact on the beaches of South Carolina and also in southeast North Carolina. So like southeast North Carolina, northeast South Carolina got a lot more impact from the storm, obviously, with hurricane winds and heavier rain, which I just saw that the rain in North Carolina has surpassed a record. It used to be Hurricane Floyd that was the tropical cyclone that gave North Carolina the most rain recorded, but now it's this one, Florence. So that's definitely pretty interesting. But yeah, so the worst of the storm was definitely in the southeast North Carolina and northeast South Carolina, of course. And but also just to the east of here, Eastern Midlands is getting more winds than we are. Obviously as well. But I know the power outages. There are more power outages to the east of Columbia with this system. But there's definitely still a risk of that as we move forward. A risk of power outages because these kinds of winds are enough to cause power outages. As we saw, some trees have been downed on Jessamine Road and Windmill Road, not far from here. So again, right now we're just having rain. We're just having some rain and a little bit of wind right now, not too bad, but the gusts kind of come and go. But we'll continue to see more of that tonight and overnight. And tomorrow we'll still have rain in the area, but things should will look better with the wind tomorrow. Again, we're in Lexington, South Carolina. This is about like 10 minutes from the city of Columbia. And also did get a report. One of my cousins in the Gilbert area, this is about like 10 miles from Lexington, had the roof of their house blown off. And they live in their trailer, the roof just came off because of some strong wind gusts that they saw in a band. So there is definitely some damage going on. I mean, obviously not as much as the areas that got hurricane winds, but I mean, there's definitely some damage, and there's definitely some downed trees in the area. All right, well, that's the update for right now. I may do some more updates, but we hope everybody stays safe. Y'all have a good afternoon.